Hey there, I'm Jennifer Lynn Wales. Welcome to my channel. Here we talk about all kinds of things about bouncing back and overcoming. It's truly my passion for you to actually live the life of your dreams, not just dream about it. Today, we're going to talk about a quick little formula about how to make your dreams that might feel impossible actually come true so that you can live them instead of just dream about them. If you have all the money that you need, you have the perfect work-life balance, and you have all the freedom and recognition in your life that you crave, you actually don't need this video. You can go walk the dog, go watch Netflix, but maybe you have a dream in your heart that you're just not living yet. Maybe that's because there's so much dust on it, you hardly recognize it anymore. Or maybe you were working on it and then life just threw you a curveball and you've been too busy and it's gone by the wayside. Or maybe you've been running for it. You've had your running shoes on and you're just going for it, but the finish line seems like it's so far away. I want to walk you through a little formula that I stumbled upon in my own life in different areas of my life that you can apply to your life too. So I use this formula, this little system, to go from things like living in a domestic violence situation to now living in a loving, beautiful marriage that I have. From leaving everything that I knew and everyone that I knew when I was living in one place and moving across the country and starting over a whole new life, to starting several businesses from the ground up, to becoming a nationally awarded business and being in the top 2% of my direct selling company. But first, before I share that, could you help me with my next big goal? I have a dream in my heart to have 500 subscribers to this channel by the end of the year. Could you go ahead and just hit that little subscribe button and the notification bell? That will help me grow the channel here and reach more women and help them reach their full potential and everything they were created to be too. Okay, so how do I know that this formula works? I mean, I know it worked in several areas of my life, but I also have taught the same formula to women in Pampered Chef, in Tupperware, in Mary Kay, in Epicure and Scentsy. I was even hired by a youth group to go down to Denver, Colorado and teach this at a camp in the mountains. So this doesn't matter your age, it will work for anyone. I'm going to share a little story from the first time that I could see this very clearly take place in my life. So what happened was I was a massage therapist. It was what I trained for. I went to college for this. This is what I wanted to be my career. And I started working with a chiropractor. And he, over in the first year of my working for him, raised my rent so high that I actually decided to step out on my own and I went mobile. And I loved it. I loved taking my table into other people's homes. But it also meant that I was going into like apartment buildings up on the 12th floor. I was going to other people's homes who lived in the country, and I'm like hauling my table up and down hills and up and down the stairs, and it was great. But when I was pregnant with my second boy, my doctor was like, wait a second, you're starting to go into preterm labor. You actually can't be hauling your table and have a safe pregnancy at the same time. It's not working for you. You need to go sit down on a couch, be good until this baby comes. Just don't move, just stay put. So that left me in a situation where I was completely missing my income and I was missing the interaction with other adult human beings. And one of my massage therapy clients was in a direct selling company, and she actually invited me to go have an appointment with her. And so I did that. And then she actually invited me to a opportunity meeting that they were having. And at that meeting, I heard this very beautiful lady tell a story about how she bought her retired Navy husband. So he'd been in the Navy and he was retired, loved boats. And she used her income from that business to buy him a boat, cash. And I remember sitting in that audience thinking, wow, if she can buy her husband a boat, I just need to replace a little bit of income. And if she can do that, then I can totally do this. And I actually knew nothing about direct sales. I knew nothing about running that kind of business. I knew nothing about product sales or any of that. It was a completely new thing for me. And in the little story that I just told you, I actually described the first two steps to achieving your dream. In the story I shared, the first thing is to ask. So somebody in my life could see the potential in me, even though I couldn't at the time. And they asked me to experience the product. And then they asked me to experience the opportunity. So if you're in direct sales, who do you need to ask to try your product? Who's on your chicken list that you're too afraid to call, that you keep putting off? Or what do you need to do differently so that you can get more people to see and know about your product or service? And if you're not in direct sales, what do you need to do? Who do you need to ask to help you get your dream in motion and out of your heart and actually in the process of coming to life? And the second thing that happened in my little story was when this lady was painting the picture of this process of her getting this boat for her husband, what she achieved was so much higher than the little bit of success that I felt that I needed. And in her telling her story, it painted the picture that if she achieved this much, and I only needed to achieve this much, it actually painted a picture for me that made it feel like it was possible. So she had shared that they had gone out for his birthday dinner. And then after that, they went to the marina for a walk. And as they're walking down the dock, he's like, "Hey, honey, look, somebody with my name got a boat for his birthday." And she's like, "No, silly, that's for you. That's your boat." And she was able to do it for him without him having a clue because she could pay for it from her own income that she had earned. And that night, I caught a vision for myself. I caught a vision from the story that she had painted and the experience that she had had that maybe I could do this too. And that's number two. You need to take the vision that's on the inside of your heart and put it up everywhere that you can see it. Just like when he walked down the dock and he saw this big banner with his happy birthday and his name on this boat, you need to take a picture and actually put it up on your fridge, put it up on the mirror in your bathroom. I've even heard of women taping them to like the steering wheel of their car or to the ceiling above their bed, so that it's the first thing that they see when they wake up and it's the last thing they see before they go to sleep at night. Putting your vision in front of you is so important because it reminds you what you're working for. It reminds those around you why you're working like you are, and it gives everybody a direction into all the energy that you're putting into this. It also helps you to be really clear. What is it that you're going for? What are you aiming for? We're not just shooting, amongst all the stars. There's an actual place that you want to land. So number one was, who do you need to ask or what do you need to ask for? It involves asking. Number two is your vision. Number three is announcing our goal. And sometimes we're a little shy to do this. So you want to announce it with people that you know, like, and trust. This can be your family, it can be your social circles, and it will help them support you in all of this. But who else can you share it with? So if you have somebody that supports your business, like a customer, you could put a note in her order that says, "Thank you so much for supporting my business. Your order counted towards this goal we're going for this year." And I've really actually seen people come back and even ask, "How close are you? What else can I do to help?" Because they know. And that's the key. Letting people in on what you're doing will help them find creative ways to support you in the process of reaching your goal. Number four is action. Without proper action, your dream's just going to stay a fantasy. And fantasies are more like daydreams. We're talking about things you actually want to do, things you actually want to live. And the right action applied long enough will get you closer and closer and closer to it, crossing that finish line and actually achieving what you set out to do. I remember in the beginning, I thought it was absolutely impossible for me to do anything other than maybe replace that little bit of income that I needed per month. I never thought that I would be able to earn things like diamonds and cars and level up my position in the company to the top 2%. I never dreamed that I would do that, but that I would help other women do that too. So through persistent growth and sticking with it long enough, my vision and the dreams in my heart have just grown exponentially, and it's been very exciting. And last but not least is number 5 is give back. Who can you give back to? Who can you help succeed? Who can you lift up today? The more women that we help run across all of our individual finish lines, the better that we all are. So who can you help today? So in summary, today we talked about asking to make your dreams come true. We talked about having a vision for your dream. We talked about announcing it to those people that are close to you and your community. We talked about taking action, proper action in the right direction. You know, applied long enough is going to get you where you want to go. And in the process, making sure you give back. Giving back is always a great way to help everyone succeed in life. So I would love to hear in the comments, what dream do you have on your heart that you either need to get back to and want to finish? What dream are you working on that you're almost close to completing? I'd love to help you get across the finish line and cheer you on. So share that with me. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I can't wait to cheer you on to your next dream coming true.